What up? Did you guys know that this thing is probably making you more dumb and is actually rewiring your entire brain? This so-called smartphone, which is actually making men more isolated and more dependent on things that are outside of themselves, that are making us less spiritual and less just feeling good in life. Like, this is something that is a topic that I am so passionate about. Ever since I started seeing cell phones come out when I was in high school, I started seeing everybody on down, and I was kind of out there and a little bit loco. I would kind of tell people like, hey, what's I was a little bit ahead of my time, let's say, for a 16-year-old, with this crazy awakening in 2008-ish. But I remember seeing everybody on the phone, and their heads were down. And I remember, like, this is not going to be good. This is not going to lead us to a good direction. And look where it is. Everywhere in the world it's like that. Even where I live, in kind of in a pretty tribal area in Peru, we're so addicted to these phones. So I just saw a video earlier today talking about the blue light, and I just had to make a video about this. So the blue light, this guy was talking about MK Ultra, and I don't know if you know about that, but like mind control experiments that the U.S. did, back in the 60s, 70s and stuff, and how that actually is so relevant today, and they're just covering it up now, and they're actually using blue light from these phones. And, I wear glasses like this because I work, a 9 to 5, with the computer screen all day. But I do notice, though, that my soul, I feel a lot less like myself at the end of the day. And sometimes I just want to relax and watch some videos and scroll. And then before long, I'm like, who am I? Who was I? Who was that guy who was so passionate and felt so great about life? Comment below if you can relate at all to that. And this is something that I really want to tackle head on. And that's what I'm creating in this group, in the school community here. Accountability. Let's hold each other accountable so that we're not, we're using this as a tool. We're using this not as a way to take our souls or take all of our time and energy, and then with the adult content and stuff, that makes it even worse. It just that takes your whole everything, your energy, takes your power away from a potential wife, and babies and children. So it's crazy. And so basically the blue light impacts the brain's neural pathways in decision-making processes. So they're actually, I guess they opened up these big institutions in South America and Central America, so it wouldn't even be in the States. And they changed LED, they changed all the lighting to actually, it affects us so we're actually more susceptible for suggestion. So it's crazy, man. So it really makes a lot of sense, and we really are, as Americans, man, there's a few of us out there. Comment below if you're one of those people who just is always kind of, where it seems like no matter how much they throw at you, you're still strong, but even still, it's subtle too. It's subtle, and it's something really important, and I find myself stuck on it sometimes as well, swiping, on these shorts, YouTube shorts, and I just waste time, and it's this is not a good way to, use my time unless I'm using it as a tool. But I want to know how many, comment below, how many of you honestly are using it as a tool, So on average, we spend about 7+ hours a day on screens, bathing our brains in manipulated light. And this isn't just about eye strain, so yeah, your eyes get screwed up, but it's also about attention, memory, and even your mood being hijacked and being manipulated, for whatever political reasons, right? Or for, this or that they're using. So also, the blue light interrupts dopamine pathways, leading to addictive behavior. So, we are addicted, literally addicted to these things. So you might even have a withdrawal if you take, away from it. So, today I left my phone. I went to the river with my girl, and we just hung out. And it was just it feels so much better. And I'm realizing I don't even need I lost my phone right now. I don't know, the chip went wrong. I just have the phone for Wi-Fi, and that's it. And it's I'm okay with that. I'll get a flip phone if I need to just, call people. Or I have a house phone here, an actual house phone. I think I'm going to get that hooked up, a wire line, to be honest. Honestly, man, because it's I just really feel that, and if you guys are feeling that as well, join the Tribal Brotherhood of the Blue Lion, and we're gonna be doing classes about this stuff and holding each other accountable, and and just talking about these things, man, because I want to hear what you guys are saying too. So, and there was in that film, Surrogates. I don't know, there was a film when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old with Bruce Willis, and it was called Surrogates. And they were regular humans, and they would go into these like pods, and then they would live out their regular lives. Like, they didn't have any flaws. They thought they had this perfect life in this other world. But it was like so sad, because it's like, that's kind of what we're doing in a lot of ways. We're surrogating. And now that the AI and everything is getting even better and more intense, and dude, like I really feel serious about this. There's a lot of young men who can lose the experiences that I've been able to have, which is to be able to have incredible nights and days with just a beautiful woman, and live life without that, and be able to experience the depths of life that I think a lot of this generation coming up, if they don't do it right, if you don't start to make the changes now, you could miss out on actually how human life experience is supposed to be. And that's why I'm like kind of passionate about this, and I'm starting this YouTube channel and really doing this, so because I want men to feel what I felt in these certain circumstances in my life, where I felt like a natural human being, that I wanted to live like that for thousands of years. That's not always the case. Sometimes life is so unbearable and difficult that it's like, wait, but if you've never even had that experience, I think everybody deserves that at least. So recognizing the problem. Yeah, so some of the solutions is like using blue light filters. So like I have this one on here. I think it's called Flux. So you download Flux on there, and then I wear these glasses too that block it out even more. Using the old school lights, the yellow lights, that helps in your house. Also engaging in just real world challenges to disconnect and reconnect with reality. So like just leaving the phone at home and going out, like sometimes like, hey, I don't need the music. I don't need to be in and there's like a group of people in New York, I think, young people too, like in college, and they're actually just they have like flip phones. And I tell you, I saw that video, and they looked like very different people. They look like people who are just artistic, and they're doing art and stuff, and like they had soul still left in them, and they're not being so hijacked by and manipulated. So I just want to invite you guys to this Blue Lion Brotherhood, and let's hold each other accountable, and let's figure out how we can break free from the scrolling trap. It's a trap. Totally like a trap. Like you're walking through the jungle, just like, some freaking pig is walking through the jungle. He gets trapped, stuck, or you fall in quicksand. And we're in quicksand, and I feel that too sometimes. And like I realize, I got to hold myself accountable. And then I'd love to connect with you guys on that and see where you guys are at with that. Like how much control does it have over your life? Do you still feel complete inside of yourself? Do you still enjoy life? It's like, that's what I want to experience again, so I'm taking serious steps for myself to really, I can't, because I completely do it because I work for a job, but it's like, but hey, what am I doing in the meantime? Am I scrolling while I'm waiting on the next call, or am I doing something productive, or am I writing, or what am I doing in the last 2 hours before I go to bed? Am I doing some constructive thing that's helping people? And then also the isolation aspect of it. We are, becoming way more isolated. Guarantee you this is part of that plan, to isolate us, divide and conquer, and look at, I don't know if you guys were around in the 90s or what, or in the early 2000s, but kids used to play outside. Even in Peru, it doesn't happen anymore. Kids aren't playing outside. Everybody's inside. Everybody's indoors, trapped. Dude, we need to change this. We need a better world. We deserve a better world for the future and for ourselves. Let's do it. Come on, guys. Join the Tribal Brotherhood of the Blue Lion. I'll see you in there. It's free. Let's go.